Alright everyone, welcome back to Street City Studio. I'm John, and I hope everybody's having a good day today. In this video, I got a couple more playset dioramas that I wanted to catch up on. I've got two more of these small ones that I haven't showcased or highlighted. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to both of them today in this video here, but maybe. Yeah, we'll see how long this one takes. I'm pretty happy to get to this one, actually. This is probably my favorite one, or it was when I ordered them before I got them in hand. Now it's kind of a toss-up between this one and the Death Star elevator, I think. But I really like this one, and I kind of want to zoom in on it here. Let me get me out of here so we can take a look at it, because I really like this one a lot. Being that I don't have an Ewok Village playset or anything, this is a really nice way to kind of go about getting that same thing, right? Or even really better, because even if you have the Ewok Village playset, you can kind of drop this in behind it and fill it out so it looks like a forest behind it. But I really like the floor, right? Let me get them off of there for a second. I like how that looks. Looks like like the tree fort floor, like the logs tied up. I really like that a lot, man. Alright. No, really, realistically, I need more Ewoks. But I do got the 3 vintage collection ones I really like. And now I really do need some more Endor related figures, some more Ewok Village related figures. I know they got that chair, the C-3PO chair. I could probably use that. I'd really like to get that eventually. That'd go nice with this set. And even, I was realizing as I was getting ready, the best layout I have for this is probably going to be this one. I need to get Leia in that dress that the Ewoks give her, right? What is it? Red and white, or whatever, pink and white, or whatever. But I didn't have an Ewok Village, so I never saw much use for that figure at the time. But now I have an excuse to go hunt it down, right? Dropping stuff like that. There we go. But I figure something like that will be more appropriate for this, trying to time frame this out where this event might place, right, before she puts that dress on. I don't know. Maybe. Right? I had thought about bringing a Luke figure in, but then I thought about it because I don't have the dress figure. When would this have to fall? Chronologically, right? And realistically, just trying to play it out in my head, it's not gonna fit chronologically, because the rest of them never saw Leia in this. So maybe this figure is inappropriate. Maybe I can just leave that aside and have them. I don't know. I just grabbed my Endor related figures, and I thought, let's go for it. I should have thought it out a little bit better, maybe. Grab some props. What kind of props I could use? That's the problem, though. My usual barrels and stuff, that ain't working. That ain't working here. Right. No, but even that lighting's kind of... Let me move this light. Oh no, that made it worse. That made it worse. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. Where's this other light here? Where can I mount this one? Oh, it's gonna have to be here. There we go. Is that any better? No, that's too bright. Oh. Oh, the problems with this light. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure something out. This light. Something like that. Yeah, that's a little better. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Just turning it. Just turning it around just slightly that way. Made so much difference. Look at that. Perfect. Right? Now we can even look at so many. Maybe start trying to pose them up a little bit. These Ewoks aren't the most posable figures, but they do have some articulation. I'll give them that. It'll fall forward. There we go. There we go. Maybe there. That's a little... No, I don't like that either. Leave him where he was. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. That forest looks so cool behind him. Look at that. Turn this brightness down a tiny bit. Really makes it pop, I think. Man, I love all them little bridges. You can see all the little ropes and bridges. These little ropes hanging and holding everything up. Support beams and stuff. Holding up all the little decks and bridges. Man, the stairs. Railings. Man, it's so cool. Kind of want to look around and find a place like that think there's some places, some free running type places. Look into that later. That's so cool. Kind of lost the floor. Let's get back to being able to see that floor a little bit. I like that floor a lot. The only thing I'd say is you can see it like right there. It's a little, it's a little shiny for the kind of wood it's supposed to be. Right? For some of them other ones like the Death Star, the shiny floor really works. Right? That's what you want. It's that shininess on a Death Star floor. Any Imperial kind of site. But that wood, not so much, right? That's alright. It still looks great for a shelf display. Even for photography, you just kind of like I did with that hot spot, you gotta get your positions all just right so it's not reflecting real bad. But I don't necessarily need to worry about this one little spot right here right now for this video. Right? I'm just trying to play around and really look at some of this stuff. Look at some of these Ewoks in their village, right? Maybe that's what I'll do next. I'll take all these guys out, since they're half the problem anyways, right? All these guys, these interlopers, right? They don't belong here, right? And that's why I say I need some more Ewoks, because forget all them humans and robots. You could just fill this thing up with Ewoks. And that's perfect, right? And you see my little 3 Ewoks here. I'll even back up so you can see it. They don't fill that thing up at all. Right? You could probably put a good 20 more Ewoks in it. No problem, right? But it really does. It looks good. Kind of want to lift them up a little bit on something. Oh, that's too tall. I'll get to them maybe another time. Forget about that for now. Kind of just bring them forward so they fill up more of the camera shot. Yeah, look at that. That looks good. He's just kind of in the back. Put him kind of mid range. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I don't know if I've expressed it enough on this channel, but I'm a big fan of Ewoks. I was real young when these movies came out, and I was a big fan of the Ewoks. And I'll even say for the newer, the remasters with the CGI and stuff, I was not a big fan of the remasters when they came out around 2000 there or whatever, 1999 or whatever. But one of the things I did like, especially recently when I've rewatched, is the Ewoks blinking. Right? That's an improvement that I understand going back and making. Right? I didn't understand adding scenes like the Jabba in the hangar to A New Hope. Right? I didn't understand changing, who shot first and some of that stuff. But I always understood, and I like the results for making the Ewoks blink. So I'm a big fan of that. I'm an advocate. I like that. I like the Ewoks. I like even with the caravan of courage or whatever's, and probably even the Ewok cartoon when I was young. I don't watch it now, and I'm not gonna sit and rewatch it now. But I always had a soft spot for Ewoks. I mean, especially that hood, that pigskin mask hood. That's cool. Right? That's cool stuff. Maybe get 3PO back in here. Just like they're going about doing their business. Taking orders from him or something. Let me move some stuff around here. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Alright, well, let's get into this other one, maybe. The other one is also Endor. Let's see, where is it? If I can find it quickly here. In this big old stack of them. That's not it. There it is. I'm knocking stuff down while I look. Alright, push that back off there. And there it goes. That's alright. There it is. There it is. Alright, here's the other Endor one. 1 second while I straighten this stuff out. I might even pause it real quick while I do that. Yeah, let me do that. Alright, and we are back. The crisis has been averted. And this one is the Endor Forest. And I really I got to admit, this is probably my least favorite piece out of the 6 in the 6-pack I got. But it's very nice piece. No fault of its own. It's simply because I already have that Endor piece we just looked at, and I already had the larger 4-panel shelf display diorama, and it's a much bigger Endor forest. It's pretty much this same, almost this same image. Almost, I don't want to say it's the same image, but it has very similar floor, but more floor, right? And a very similar forest, but more forest. So, while I don't want to shake a stick at this one, it's not my favorite because it has a lot of competition. But only because it has a lot of competition, right? Like I said, I've got 2 other pieces that are very good Endor Forest pieces. So I don't want to... I did get it. It's not like it's useless or worthless, but it has more competition, where like my Death Star elevator or you know, my Tatooine desert. They don't have any competition. They're the only ones, right? So this one has some strong competition, but it's very nice, and that's why we're looking at it, right? And just because, and just like that the last Endor Ewok village, right? I can basically use the same figures here. Ewoks and Endor related figures. Now, one thing that I can do here that I couldn't do in the Ewok village, right? I can't really bring in the Endor bunker, I can't bring in the ATSTs, but I can use it for some speeder bikes, right? And that was kind of the thought too. I don't know which diorama or display piece is going to end up with which figures exactly, but that way if I wanted maybe a little separate display just for them two, or possibly just a separate display for just like here, Leia and Wicket first meeting, right? That would be a good piece to consolidate just for these two figures, right? Or just for these two figures. And so that was kind of the idea behind getting it, right? Is that if I wanted to do a separate display somewhere on a separate shelf or whatever, you know, that it won't distract or take away from what I already have going on or had going on. And actually, I can show you that too. Hold on a second. All right, and we've looked at it a few times now, but this is my shelf, and I can't pull that forest out so easily for today's video, and that's why we're looking at the shelf and not bringing it to us. And likewise, I've pulled most of these figures out. But that's the point. I won't disrupt that Endor display there by having an extra one. And we're back. But that's the idea basically, is that I don't have to move or disrupt my Endor scene to have another small forest here. And that doesn't have to be strictly Endor, right? If you follow my other videos or my Instagram, you know that I'll be quick to use a forest for other figures, right? Lord of the Rings figures, Jurassic Park figures, whatever strikes me, I might find a moment to do that, right? That might happen. That's very likely to happen. So, this doesn't necessarily have to be Star Wars, but it won't disrupt what I have going on for Endor already, right? Now I have a forest that I can fold up and put away or pull out and set up a little forest shelf or do some forest photography here on the desk. Whatever I may need, you know. Right, I got all kinds of figures. Oh, he's gonna be way too big. He ain't gonna fit in that one. Right? But he would be a good example of one that I might need that other forest for. Right? And for him, I might pull that bigger 4-panel forest out. But I don't have to. That's the point. That's the point. I can just do this and leave that shelf alone. Right? it goes. Alright, so gotta give Hikwe Kwan some love. I don't know about you guys watched any Loki, but he was great. He really stole the show in that Loki season 2, man. Right? He'd be a good figure for his forest, right? The Uga warrior. But you guys get the point, right? Anytime I might need a forest, I don't have to tear that shelf apart to get at it. Right? That was kind of the idea. And so, while I might not be super excited for this piece, it's only because I already have the 2. Right? I am excited and did need this piece. I needed, if it weren't for this piece, I would have needed a piece very similar. Right? I would have been looking around for it. I probably would have just gotten a second set of the big Endor, I guess. But because of that piece, I didn't have to get a second one. Right? But I really did like, where's that first one? I really do like this first one. I'm gonna knock stuff down again. Yeah, there it is. This one's probably my favorite out of the set. The whole set I got. That or... Oh well, I'm forgetting about Jabba's Road. Jabba's Road's nice too. Oh, that one's... I almost forgot about that one. Where is it? Jabba's Road is pretty nice. I like that a lot. That's epic. Right. So where's the other one? I lost her. Should be one more somewhere. Oh, I found it. This one. The Emperor's Elevator. That one, or that one. The Ewok Village. Those are probably my top 2. With that Jabba's Road being in a close second or third, whatever you want to call it. Alright, though. We'll wrap it up here. I appreciate you guys joining me. Appreciate you hanging out for all of this. Checking out these dioramas. If you want to check out any of my photography, go to Street City Toys on Instagram. Feel free to send me messages or friend requests or whatever over there. Appreciate you hanging out with me. You keep playing with them toys, and I'll talk to you again real soon.